and then coming up into our seated position. So going into our roll backs, if you usually use a support for the lower back, you'll place your support now behind you. Just a little folded towel, whatever you normally use. Big toes together, straight backs of the knees, sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. Relaxing thumbs to ceiling, shoulders nice and wide. As we breathe, drawing in through the belly. Exhaling, peeling down, one vertebra at a time, all the way into the mat. Stretching back as you breathe. Exhaling, chin to chest, arms come forward, lengthen through the spine, create that space, rounding the spine as we reach for our toes. Breathing in, relax those shoulders. Exhaling, rolling. Breathing. Keeping those ribs down as we take the arms back. Keeping the arms as high as we can without rounding. Keeping it open as we come forward. Creating that space in our belly, pulling ourselves forward. Breathing in. Exhaling, rounding. Stretching. Exhaling. Create that length. Fold to the toes. Now if you want to make this slightly harder, you could try the next one. Having a leg floating as we come down. Keeping it floating as we come up. Coming up the length of our leg, reaching for those toes, then letting it drop, and then folding to the toes. So let's try the other side. Floating a leg. Keep it floating. Stretching back. Exhaling, chin to chest. Bring the arms forward. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Drop the leg and fold. You can continue lifting one leg to each side if you like that challenge, or just continue with the arms down. We're nearly coming to the end of our roll-ups. Let's do one last one together. Exhaling, stretching back, breathing. Exhaling all the way. Creating length and folding. Staying in a seated position, we're going to come into a diamond sitting position. Feet together, knees apart. If you find it difficult to sit flat, you could sit up on a block. You could sit with crossed legs if that's easier for you. A little bit more of a challenge you could try doing this with straight legs if you have the flexibility in the hamstrings. So nice and tall, relaxed chin. We bring the arms one on top of the other, just in front of the chest, relaxing shoulders. Breathing in for length. Exhaling, twist, pull back, and center. Pull back, and center. Little double exhale, trying to get that twist from our waist, not just from our shoulders. And breathe. And breathe. Last two. And breathe. Last one. And breathe. Relaxing the arms down. Staying in a seated position, let's take hold of the back of our thighs. We're going to go into rolling like a ball. Just being mindful of this one if you have had a lumbar fusion or if you have any osteoporosis in the spine. This is not the best exercise for you, so maybe just skip the next one. Maybe just practice your balance in your boat pose. So taking hold of the backs of the thighs, coming into your rolling like a ball. Very soft with your arms, deep through the belly, chin to chest, round spine, slowly down. Slowly up, slowly down, slowly up. Trying to balance between each roll. Now if you've got the hang of that, you could try floating the arms. Maybe not using them for balance. That feels a bit tricky. Just going back to hands behind the knees. Let's try one more and then we're going to come to our balance. So coming to our balance, try not to tuck the feet, opening through the chest. Now remembering, this is your hardest version. Slightly easier, easier. So you could stay here for a level 1, stay here for a level 2. This is your intermediate level. Holding this balance. One leg goes out. Bring it back. Bring it back. Keep going. You want to make it harder, take the hands over the chest. Easier, go long. Easier, go to your fingertips. Keep going with your legs. You could go faster. Just depending on your level. Feel really deeply scoop through the belly. Lift it through the pelvic floor. We're going 3 and 2 and 1. Feet together, knees apart. Just rest through those hips for a moment, taking a break. Okay, the next one's slightly harder, so if you need to go down a level, do that. Elbows easiest, fingertips floating or crossed. Coming back to your balance. Finding that pelvic floor, finding that lower belly scooping in. Floating the arms if you can, breathing in, we exhaling, reach, pull back, and reach, pull back. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, optional hold. On the last one, take it down, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, folding back, wide knees, folding through, just relaxing the hips, taking the breath there. Exhaling, we're going to go down back onto our back, continuing with the abdominal series, bringing the feet flat. You could have arms floating along by your side, you could have fingertips behind the ears, elbows nice and wide. Going into an imprinted spine first, floating legs to tabletop. Keeping those belly muscles drawn in, keeping the pelvic floor drawn in. On the exhale, sliding ribs to hips. Breathing back. Exhaling. Breathing back. Checking that your knees are at 90 degrees, that your spine is imprinted. If you're finding this a little bit too tough, you can always go to feet on the floor, continuing in exactly the same way. We're going to hold the next one. Coming up into our crunch, float those shoulder blades. You're going to tap the toes quite far away from us, keeping that 90-degree bend through our knees. Just working at your own pace, checking the belly is pulled flat, pelvic floor is in. Nice wide deep breaths into the ribs. We're going for 3 and 2 and 1. Knees together, head down, relaxing the legs for a moment. Building on that same concept, going into single leg stretch and into our obliques, into our crisscross. Taking our breath in, exhaling imprinted spine, floating legs. Coming into our crunch, float those shoulder blades up. We're pulling long and switch. Now you can give a little tug on the knee, a little bit of pressure there each time, lengthening long into your toes. Lift those shoulder blades. Pull down in your ribs. If it's getting too much for your neck, you could always go back to hands. You could always relax your head. Keep going with the knees. Let's finish 3, 2, 1. Hug knees to chest for a moment. Taking a breath there. Moving straight into your crisscross. I'm going to layer it up for you, starting with the easiest, making it a little bit harder. Fingertips behind the ears, elbows as wide as the vision, floating to your tabletop. Exhaling into your crunch. Easiest version, you're going to do your taps. So taking opposite elbow to knee, using your tapping legs. To take it up a level from there, we're going to reach again. Reach. Into the toe reach. And we're going for 5. 4. You could take the leg lower as a harder option. 3. Nearly there for 2. Over for 1. Bringing knees back, head down, rest the legs, take a breath.